Welcome to the Man-Ology Project podcast. I am your host, Quentin Crumby, and on this channel, we're going to be discussing what true manhood looks like as we understand our value, our identity, and our purpose as men using godly principles. Now let's get to it.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Quentin, host of the Man-Ology Project podcast, where we talk about what true manhood looks like as we dive deep into our values, our identity, and our purpose. And on today, man, I got a special treat here at the Man-Ology Project podcast. Man, we're trying to do a little something different going into 2021. So what we want to do is start highlighting some of our young males out there who are trying to get their entrepreneur on, trying to make a mark out here in the world. And so my very first guest to help me start this new little project I'm trying out is actually a cousin of mine. This is a young cousin of mine. His name is Tarif Hunt. He's a personal trainer, and this guy is a vegan. And here we're talking about value, identity, and purpose. But listen, right now today, we as men, man, we're trying to look good. And so we're trying to find the best way to cut fat, build muscle. And we know that there, like the old saying, there's a million ways to skin a cat. So today we're going to tackle becoming a vegan. What does that look like? And so I want to introduce young Tarif Hunt. Go ahead, man.
What's up,
and how you doing, sir?
Doing good. Q, what about you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to have you on here.
And
I'm happy for you to come on and explain the vegan lifestyle to us, man. I've been watching you for a very long time, saying that we're cousins, but I've watched you transition over into this vegan lifestyle. I know a lot of people probably have a lot of questions around vegan and vegetarian. So first tell the people a little bit about yourself. Give a little background on who you are.
All right. Thanks, Huzo. First, I'm glad to be here, man. So a little background on who I am. I am a personal trainer at Crunch Fitness currently. I've been vegan for about, say, 2 years. I initially got into the transition, for my health, for health purposes. Not necessarily that I was like dealing with any like sickness. I wasn't trying to like cure a sickness or anything that I had, but I've always been like very like health conscious and always trying to like find ways to improve my health. And I, stumbled across like, research on like, vegan plant-based eating.
Yeah.
And from that point on, it was just like all about research. I actually remember like the first thing I was worried about was, oh man, am I gonna become some like, skinny, lanky, like, hippie dude? But no, that didn't happen. So, I stuck with it for like 2 years. Got easier as time goes on. My health improved a lot. I'm not really feeling any fatigue in the gym. So yeah, here we are.
Listen, dude, the vegan lifestyle is one that I have shied away from because it's the plant-based. What does that even mean? Like, I'm sure y'all out there thinking, what in the world does plant-based even mean? So check this out. Before we even dive deeper into that, I think a lot of people even get vegan and vegetarian mixed up. I don't know if we even know what the separational line, what's that line that separates I'm a vegan versus being a vegetarian. So I looked it up to try to find out. You explain it the best way on what does that actually mean.
Got you. So when we say like a vegetarian, we usually think of somebody who they'll still eat eggs, they'll still eat like cheese and stuff like that. Whereas a vegan, they abstain from all animal products. And veganism itself is like a what's the word? It's like, so plant-based eating, that would be what you call like the diet, like a health, like for like the health reasons, right? And like vegan lifestyle is more centered on like morals and values. So that'll be like abstinence from all animal products, just for like, trying to limit as much suffering as you can as possible. And it just so happens that if you do like a whole foods vegan diet, then it is extremely beneficial for your health as well. So think of it as like a vegan, they won't have milk, cheese. If it comes from an animal, they don't touch it, even if it's like honey or something like that.
Not even honey?
Yeah, not even honey.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Honey is like my substitute for sugar.
Hey man, I mean, you don't gotta go completely vegan if you don't feel like you can't, if you don't feel like that's like in you, then you just, you know, you make changes where you can. That's like all we can for like health and everything.
So from a pro standpoint, so we know that basically, and this is just me doing my little research. So from a pro standpoint, the heart health, um,
Mm-hmm.
the overall heart health was like something that stood out to me.
Yeah,
And basically because it's a lot of greens, you eat a lot of vegetables,
yeah,
antioxidants, all that kind of stuff actually helps with our hearts and the blood
yeah,
flow. So that was one thing that I was like, I do understand what that is all about.
yeah,
Um, but then also like in our African American community, high
yeah,
blood pressure, all
yeah. It's like,
diabetes,
yeah,
all this stuff is like way up there.
yeah,
So I look at that like from the vegan standpoint. If you can get the discipline,
mm-hmm.
or maybe like you said, modify it, I think that is a pro that would be very beneficial to this type of lifestyle if you are
Yeah,
suffering or dealing with any high blood pressure stuff. So when I look at the cons though,
mm-hmm.
uh, so we lift weights, you lift weights. How do
Yeah,
you supplement the protein? So they on there it talked about the con being that the
mm-hmm.
protein or being malnutrition, the nutrient part of it, that nutrient part,
Yeah.
we're kind of like. So what do you do to supplement the protein part?
Right. Well, for the most part, I get like most of my protein like just strictly from like my diet. So that'll be just whole legumes, like whole grains, whole fruits and vegetables. We have like a misconception of like, for one, how much protein we even need. Nutritionally speaking, we think that we
Right.
need like, like say 1 or 2 grams per pound of like body weight. Whereas
Yeah.
if you're just trying to build muscle, you only need like maybe 0.8 grams per pound of lean body mass, because you don't want to feed like the fat, you just want to feed the muscle.
Right.
Exactly. So um with my diet in total, I'll probably get like maybe 137 grams of protein just like from like the whole foods and vegetables. That covers all amino acids, because as long as you eat like a variety, you're getting
Mhm.
all the amino acids, like the different amino acids you need. I do supplement with like a protein powder. I use Green Regimen personally. It's like a
Okay.
black owned like protein brand, plant based. Y'all should actually check it out. It's like dope. But yeah, so like if feel like I need a boost, I'll just like throw that in like a smoothie or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, like protein, you don't need a protein powder. You can come with like the whole foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. Like protein is abundant in this diet. Uh, Best thing I heard was when you eat like a cow or something, you're actually getting that protein recycled. That cow itself, which is bigger than any human I've ever seen, gets its protein from the plants that it eats on a daily basis.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All the protein he's gonna provide us with, he got it
Yep.
actually basically from plants and stuff. And another thing is really funny. I mean, it's funny but not funny, because
Mm,
when you look at people who are in prison,
mm,
they're not getting protein at this high level, and they're
yeah.
able to build a certain amount of mass of muscle.
Yeah.
And now, mind you, they can work out on a continuous regimen, but just talking about how much protein, like you kind of broke that down, like you don't need as much as they kind of tell you. I think that's more of a
Yeah.
seller's point to
Yeah.
sell,
It is.
more protein. Like you need to have, because I think when I first started off, that's what it was. It was like, a 1.5 grams of
Mm-hmm.
protein per your body weight. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not eating chicken 4 times a day plus steak,
Yeah.
then you
Mm,
still needed another protein or two shakes just to get
yeah.
this maximum amount of protein.
Yeah.
uh, so yeah, I'm glad that a vegan diet actually you can use the plants.
Yeah.
Uh, so that variety. So what are we talking on the variety of plants? Are we? I mean, most
Yeah.
broccoli,
Yeah.
carrots.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, give us some stuff that we don't normally. Our
Got
eyes
you.
are keen to go into over. Because we've been
Yeah.
I'm trying, not traditional, but we've been trained
Mm-hmm.
for certain things in our life to eat. And so like broccoli is like, of course, like one of the
Yeah.
main things. And of course, eating a salad. So give us a couple of more different, variety
Mm,
of green that we can
yeah.
actually eat.
Of greens. So, um, for one, within the greens family, you have kale. Bok choy is a great green. Purple cabbage, um, any green is actually like really great. It's gonna give you like, you know, calcium, vitamins, minerals, high in antioxidants, vitamin K, stuff like that.
Okay.
If we want to talk about like variety, um, we get into like, for instance, I'll like just give like something I was been eating this past week for like an example. It's like a little Buddha bowl I made. In that bowl, it had red quinoa, edamame, chickpeas, kale, broccoli, sweet potato, and then it had I made like a sauce, like a lemon ginger tahini sauce, and out of like everything. So it was like within that bowl, you had your greens, you had your like 2 servings of beans, you had tuber, which is like a starchy vegetable.
Mhm.
You had, you know, some grains in the quinoa. Uh, you like that's what like the variety that we're looking for. So you need like nuts, seeds, fruits, vegetables. Like literally, if like you want to have like a balanced diet, you don't want to like cut anything out as far as like, you know, as far as that goes.
So, so, so basically, just on that protein level. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely making sure we get a lot of the greens.
Yes.
I'm an almonds guy.
Yeah.
Raw almonds. That's probably one of my go-to snacks.
Love
So
almonds.
from a vegan standpoint, because
Mm-hmm.
because you know we have our food that kind of destroys us,
Yeah.
grease, you know, fried foods and stuff like that. But then also you have these snacks,
Mm-hmm.
right? So snacks is
Yeah.
like the extra sugar type killers. And so
Yeah.
from a vegan standpoint though, like what snacks, other than of course we know nuts, but like what other
Mm-hmm.
kind of snacks can you add to your diet for just something to, you know, something sweet to just
Yeah.
kind of say, oh, this hit the
Yeah.
spots. What do you do?
Right. So if I have like a sweet tooth, right, I usually make like a smoothie bowl,
Mhm.
and with that I can like make like this is a chocolate peanut butter one, like that's so good. Like I'll usually make that with like some bananas, like some peanut butter. I'll throw in like a little like maple syrup, some cacao, top it off with some cacao nibs, some granola, throw my protein powder in there. That adds like a lot of flavor to it as well.
Okay.
And yeah, that'd be go to. Or I also have like recipes for like brownies.
Because that's
It's a
what I was
lot,
gonna
lot,
say.
lot of
Like,
stuff.
so
Yeah,
from a vegan standpoint, you
yeah,
can make like brownies and
yeah, yeah. It's just about switching
cookies,
up
and
the ingredients. Yeah,
that is crazy, dude.
yeah.
So a vegan cookie. I wonder what that even tastes like. Maybe next time
Ooh,
we have you on here, we're gonna have to be in the kitchen so we can see what
hey
a
man,
vegan
I got you. I got you,
so we can see
man.
what a vegan cookie even
Mhm.
looks like, and then what in the heck does it taste like? I have to just
Yeah,
taste
no,
this
I
stuff
got you.
and be straight up on that. So
Yeah,
now, uh, why get into training? Okay,
yeah.
so like
Ooh,
walk us through that. So why enter into training? You're a pretty lean dude already. So
yeah,
what makes the focus to say get in the vegan lifestyle for 2 years and then all of a sudden then transition to actually saying that I actually want to be a trainer?
yeah. So it's like a long story. So you know, I graduated college with a degree in political science. So
Hmm.
that's nothing like, you know, nowhere near what I'm doing right now.
Hmm.
But I kind of realized that within political science, I didn't really want to do it. And I always had like an affinity for like the gym. And I always loved helping people within the gym, like whether that be like reaching their goals. Like I'll be training people like for free essentially, not even knowing I could actually have a career in this. And
Right.
then I came across an ad by uh, the National Academy of Sports Medicine,
Okay.
and it was like, "Oh, get paid to train people." I was like, "Okay." So that started my certification process. And as I was going through that process, I was kind of like just learning about like, you know, exercise science and everything. I'm like, I really like love doing. Like, I really love learning about this. This is something I love. I can like really see
See
myself doing
yourself.
for a
Yeah.
long, yeah. And then the main thing that like keeps me like that drives me is, you know, in America, our top killers are what heart disease, cancer, diabetes.
Right.
All of these things are chronic illnesses, and a healthy lifestyle has been shown to you know, mitigate the chances of even getting those diseases, and even has shown in some cases to reverse those diseases. And
Hmm.
I felt like if I can do my part to make a dent in that number, then like that's when I can be like happy. That's what I would count my success by. Like how many people I can like change their lives from, especially in our community.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say too. Is that it's like crazy when I go in the gym. It's like when I do see us in there. We're either already fit,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're already all on the other side. So I'll see I started not fit. So I was like one of the
Yeah.
people in there actually just struggling for a minute. And
Uh-huh.
it took consistency to do it. But when
Exactly.
I'm in the gym though, I was like, wow, guys, it's like we need to kind of start getting involved with more movement,
Yeah.
especially as men.
Yeah.
Because basically, we're a leader of homes. We're
Mm-hmm.
leader just to be a leader of a home, a husband, a father with
Mm-hmm.
kids and stuff. We should really be looking a little bit past just trying to make money or trying to do this and actually
Exactly.
incorporate an actual healthy lifestyle.
Right.
Because nothing's worse than not being able to be there,
Mm-hmm.
for your kids at one point. And then the
Yeah.
second point is not being able to be mobile to
Exactly.
enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
can you
Yeah.
picture, having a little 5-year-old and then, you've literally not let yourself get in the best shape.
Yeah.
And if you got a little son, man, that dude is going to run you crazy. And so my thing
Yeah.
is that, but that's why I wanted to have you on it because you're younger. So
Mm.
this generation that you're in, man, they're like, the health is like at the top of the list.
Yeah.
So like healthy living, make money. It's all
Yeah.
that millennial style. It's healthy living. Like
Yeah.
you guys eat more salads and burrito bowls and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I do think that for like my generation, when you come, we need to start really looking at that. And I'm not saying that,
Mm.
it's not a large number of people who that do work out, but it's just
Yeah.
that when I'm in the gym, I
Yeah.
don't see a lot of people in the mid grade of working out, which is that first 5 or 6 months, like,
Yeah.
because it takes, if you can get past them first 3 or 4 months, then you can really lock in. But I
Yeah.
really would love to
Exactly.
see more men,
Yeah.
especially men of color, literally being in the gym
Right.
and working hard. And there's trainers there.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can
Yeah.
get this information. Like you said, you did it for free,
Yeah.
basically to find out only that in this type of service, I can actually make money because it's
Yeah.
really a
Exactly.
service. I
Right.
mean, training somebody or helping someone else actually accomplish something to me is
Yeah.
more service. Like I take my hat off to trainers
Yeah.
because it's way more than just trying to make money. You get attached to these people, you build
Mm-hmm.
relationships with them. So you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All that come out of it. So I do take my hat off to you being a young guy to get into this field of strictly just service. You're getting
Thank you.
paid, but it's a service, and
Yeah.
it takes a big heart.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes the mental stability that you have to actually get in service.
Yeah.
Um, uh, it is a thing. So since we're family, so I can talk about
Yeah.
family, right?
Yeah. Of
So,
course.
but like your mom, your dad, your
Mm.
sister. I mean, you guys have taken on the vegan lifestyle now, and I know
Yeah.
that everybody probably has it shifted and made to where that they can eat it,
Yeah.
but it's really become a family lifestyle for you
Yeah.
guys. So I know, like I said, we've been family, so I know y'all
Yeah.
used to eat this,
Right. Right.
chicken and all, but then all of a sudden it was like we want to try to go over to the vegan. So how did that start off? Like, who was the
Yeah.
first person to? I mean, I know, but I want you to tell everybody
Yeah.
else. Like, who was the first person to throw the hat in and say, "Hey,
Right.
we doing this vegan thing"?
Yeah. Funny enough, it was Jordan. It was Jordan. So she didn't like. She's not like vegan vegetarian right now, but it started with her doing a vegetarian challenge for like 30 days. That month, the rest of the family didn't do it. But then I think like the month after, or like 2 months after, like sometime after, that's when we decided to do like a family vegetarian challenge.
Ah,
And so within that, so like after the 30 days, I was like, man, I can't wait. I'm about to get me a burger. Man, I'm about to smash this. Got the burger. And then I was like, I don't want to eat this anymore. Like my stomach is doing backflips. Man, it was just bad.
right.
And so so I just at that point, like I started making like the decision, like, okay, I'm gonna slowly transition into like a more like fully vegan like way of eating. My parents to this day, they still like eat mostly plant-based. But of course, I'm crazy with the stuff. So I just meant like completely vegan. If I do have even if I have like any mock meats or anything, that's on a cheat day. So
Oh man.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember Jess had made me a black bean burger.
Yeah, just is nice with it.
And the black bean burger, everybody, I'm going to tell you, is actually not a bad burger.
Hmm.
Uh, I think I was full for about 8 hours.
Yeah, that fiber, bruh.
Because the fiber, literally, I've never had
Yeah.
fiber in that high,
Hmm.
that high calorie count. But then it was also so dense.
Yeah.
And then I mean, I literally put cheese on it and ketchup and mustard, tomato,
Yeah.
lettuce, and it. I mean, I ate the whole thing. It was really. I actually ended up taking one home,
Yeah.
and ate one the next day because it was so good. So I know that if I can, it's just like with everything else, though. You know, it's like you said, if you can
Yeah.
get, we do challenges. Like that's how we.
Yeah.
That's how we're like. We don't eat red meat, no pork.
Yeah.
We do eat seafood, or we do eat chicken.
Yeah.
But that's like how we got to that. We literally did a 30-day challenge, and it was
Mm.
funny. 30 days, man, your taste buds change. Like
They do.
when I
Yeah.
went back to go try to eat a regular burger, I was like,
Mm.
my
Yeah.
literally my whole body was like, no, that ain't going, that's not gonna work. And I'm like, but and cheeseburgers, you know, that's
Yeah. Dog,
cheeseburgers.
man.
Cheeseburgers are like a staple, dude. It's like you can't
Yeah.
even. But I just could not take it in. I was like, man. So I wonder if so I put this out to everybody. Listen, if you want to
Right.
become a vegan, probably the best way to do it is start off with a good old 30-day challenge
Mhm.
to see if you can actually, wrap your mind around. So my
Mhm.
thing is this: do you got to empty that refrigerator out? Should you empty it all the way out?
I personally would. I personally would just because like, you know, old habits die hard. And
Yeah,
I would even say like in the transition to going vegan, because like you notice how you felt after that bean burger with the increased fiber, right?
yeah,
So with I just like to imagine like if somebody's eating the way I'm eating just for like 30 days, they've never had like anything close to how I'm eating before, right?
yeah.
And they start eating the how I'm eating, I'm getting like close to 100 grams of fiber in a day. So
Yeah,
if you just start slamming your gut with fiber, that's when that gas is gonna come in. That's when the stomach cramps gonna come in because
yeah,
your gut microbiome isn't used to that just yet.
yeah,
It is best for it like over like maybe a week or so, it will adjust and the gas will go down and it'll feel like a lot more safe, like a lot better, like processing all that. But off the initial, like I would just say like take it slow. Like
take it. Okay.
yeah,
Because I
yeah,
saw
like
that
take it
on there
slow.
too, that the vegan lifestyle is was one of the best for gut health.
It is.
Like it
Yes.
literally would transition your gut health
Yeah.
for the best
Yeah.
under that. It was really the thing is that when you, I guess, listening to people who are unhealthy talk about being vegan,
Mhm.
um, they give you all the. I thought it was way more cons out there. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was like I thought I've been looking like for cons,
Yeah.
but it was like really only one con was actually just making sure that your protein
Yeah.
and making sure the vitamins. So like you said, is that you
B12.
definitely want to eat a lot of it.
Yeah.
You really want to make sure that you're eating a variety of this stuff so that you're getting B12s,
Yes. Be
B6.
sure yeah, if you're on a vegan diet, you do want to have a B12 supplement or
Yeah,
just like or you can like just season out your food with nutritional yeast.
yeah,
I season almost everything in nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is amazing to me and it does come B12 fortified.
okay,
But yeah, even if you're not vegan, there is science that suggests that every American should take a B12 supplement because essentially like B12 is like a bacteria that's essentially in our sanitized world, it's been kind of like
right.
essentially washed away. So you would want to like take a B12 supplement because like farm animals are given a B12 supplement. So that's where the B12 when you eat like a steak comes from. That's where you get the B12 in because it's coming from a supplement. So just
Oh,
like yeah,
okay. Yeah, that right there, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
yeah,
I
dude.
mean, I'm a supplement. I do supplement my B12 and my vitamin D and stuff like that because basically vitamin D, you have to literally get 5,000 IUs, or
Yeah,
more to actually have it benefit you. So, and living in Michigan, it's kind of impossible to
yeah,
get that amount of sun rays.
yeah.
Like if you lived in Florida
Especially now.
or Southern Cal or something like that, where you can really absorb the sun,
Hmm.
90% of the time, you can get that. But being in
Right.
Michigan, once it goes towards the fall and stuff, you're going to need a supplement. But that's really good to know about the B12 supplement in
Yeah.
there. So as we go around on the end of this, man, so give us 5 way. You gave us one way transition, which is don't don't like go heavy on the fiber part, really,
Yeah.
don't go really heavy. But so give us like 4 other different ways to best transition into being a vegan.
So we got don't go heavy on the fiber. I would say take it easy. Maybe like every day or maybe every week, just like include a new plant-based meal until like they slowly start taking it takes up more and more calories of like your daily intake.
Okay.
Track your calories too, because where a lot of people kind of like, fail on the vegan diet is we tend to like we don't eat anywhere the amount of calories as we did on like, when we're eating meat, because meat is a lot more calorically dense, whereas the
Right.
vegan diet, whole food vegan diet is a lot more nutrient dense. So it's like less calories, but a lot more like nutrients in there.
Right.
So, track your calories, make sure that you're getting at least 2,000 a day. If you're trying to build some muscle, make sure you eat like at a calorie surplus. That's like above your maintenance calories. If you're trying to like lose weight, then it's pretty easy. Just, essentially
Just eat
slam
the
veggies.
regular.
Yeah, slam veggies until you're full. And then like that's like just gorge yourself. It's impossible to gain unwanted weight on this diet. Um, a third way, you could go cold turkey. Some people do have like gone cold turkey and they succeed on it. They complain about like the bloat at first, but again, after a week or two, it does slow down. You can start substituting with like certain like plant-based alternatives. Like
Mhm.
if you're just like a burger freak like I once was, then you can get an Impossible Burger, get a Beyond Burger, until you get more used to like eating more bean burgers and stuff like that. That is, that'll be like a good transition point as well.
Now,
And
before you go in there, before you do that, the Impossible Burger, is that a bean burger or what? What is?
so the Impossible Burger and the Beyond Burger, those are like plant-based off meat, like meat alternatives. So
Okay.
they take it's more like it's like an isolate. So it does come from like plant like compounds, and I think they use like the soybean.
Okay.
So it comes with how can I put it? It does, so it has like it has some beans in there, but I would not count that. That's like a processed like burger. It's not like a Whole Foods like bean burger.
Bean
That
burger.
just
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So that's just something like if you're on the go and you need something quick,
yeah,
throw
yeah, something like
but
that.
instead of going with a regular, just kind of throw the Impossible. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That makes sense.
exactly. Yep. And number 5, just like think of as many like think of like what you like to eat on a regular, and just figure out how you can make it plant-based. Like if you love pasta, figure out how to like to make like a like an Alfredo pasta. You can use like you can make a cashew sauce to make the Alfredo sauce and stuff like that. And also don't be afraid of soy. Soy is not the enemy. It is phytoestrogens. I just gotta throw that out there. It's phytoestrogens, and essentially if you eat phytoestrogens, you'll see actually a boost in testosterone because it actually blocks the real mammalian estrogens from getting into those receptors. It's only like
Ah,
one, yeah, it's only like
that's
1/10,000th as powerful as an actual mammalian estrogen. So just want to throw that fun fact out
yeah.
there.
I'm glad you did because
Yeah.
I was hearing something different about soy, and
Yeah.
that's soy
Um,
actually
yeah. A lot of
flipped you to.
I know a lot of so a lot of the research that says, oh, soy is actually gonna give you man boobs and stuff like that. It was so it's funded by like milk and meat industries. It's milk and meat industry funded studies, and in those studies, the people were eating like essentially crazy amounts of soy that people would not eat on a
Oh,
regular basis.
okay.
Like it was
They,
so
they were
like
just pushing.
yes, they were like pushing it, like just shoving it down their throat. But nah, like for the most part, like I eat tofu, I eat like tempeh, soy milk, all that stuff. I'm not like you see my lips, I'm only getting stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't be afraid of soy. It's actually extremely good for you. It'll decrease your risk of prostate cancer, decrease your risk of breast cancer. Comes with like high in iron,
Yep.
a lot of good nutrients. So yeah,
Man, well, I'm happy that I didn't even have that on my list. So I'm glad you threw that fun fact out there because I did. And sometimes you do got to pay attention that when those type of articles come out that it could be, just someone trying to throw you off to push you back to regular milk. So,
yeah, exactly.
because I heard that, I was
Very
like, soy,
sensational.
man, it's supposed to be pretty bad for you. But like you said though, like
Mhm.
if we put a picture of your physique up, And
Yeah.
and you have soy and tofu and stuff. You don't have man boobs like that. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like you're able to actually to have a complete, physique, six pack and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
and then taking it. So it's definitely a lie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That whole thing was definitely a lie. So,
Yeah.
listen, tell the people, we are here in Michigan,
Yep.
and you are a trainer. Let people know how they can reach you if they're looking to be trained or
Yep.
looking to get that fitness on, man.
Yep. So if you want to reach me, you can follow me on Instagram at Vegan Shinobi. That will be VeganShinobi.
Mm-hmm.
You can reach out to me on there, follow, like some pictures. You can reach out to me on Facebook as well. My page is just Reef Hunt, RIF space Hunt. Other than that, you can just contact me, DM me any questions. I'll be happy to work with anybody, man.
Yeah, and listen, guys, hey, down in that comment section, man, load up those questions. If y'all have questions for this young man, this is something that he's passionate about. He can, I can put you in contact with him. He can help you walk through and get a better understanding of what the vegan lifestyle is. He can give you a list of all those vegetables he was talking about, because like I said, broccoli, cauliflower,
Yeah,
like,
man.
so all the other thing that it takes to actually to make black bean burgers and stuff like that. He can put together a good old grocery list for you, but you gotta, if you want it, you gotta come and get it. So my thing is
Yeah,
that get in that comment section, ask as many questions as you want to. I'll make sure he definitely get it. We're definitely gonna have him come back once this whole COVID thing,
right.
gets over, because I would love to get in the kitchen so we can have him
Yeah,
actually prepare a couple of meals so that we can see exactly what the vegan lifestyle looks like on a plate. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So check this out, man. I do appreciate it.
yeah.
Thank you for coming on and sharing with us and making it very clear that the vegan lifestyle actually has a lot of benefits,
Yes.
and that the cons that we've heard, that out there, in the noise
Mhm.
of media land,
Yeah,
they're just not really that true. And that vegan
yeah,
lifestyle is really good for us.
yeah,
Um, it does take a different mindset. Like you
yeah.
said, you definitely have to, be ready and prepare, because our bodies are so used to garbage. so,
Exactly. A lot of
so
discipline. A lot
a
of
lot of
discipline.
discipline, but I think once you get past it, I think that, and you can see that beneficial to help. I
Yeah,
know getting rid of beef and pork,
yeah,
just that alone, man, I feel lighter. I'm
yeah,
not bogged down. When I eat dinner at night, when I wake up in the morning, I'm hungry. And
yeah,
that is one of the key things of a
yeah.
healthy lifestyle, is that when you wake up in the morning, you should be hungry. You shouldn't be
Right.
waking up still full from the night before. And I
Yeah,
learned just getting rid of beef and pork out of my diet,
yeah,
that chicken and fish, your body burns that right away throughout the night.
yeah.
So I do appreciate it, man. Listen,
Of course. Thanks for having me.
oh man, dude, listen, you did a great job, man.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed the conversation around being a vegan. And like I said, as soon
Same.
as the COVID gets all, get out of here, dude, we're definitely gonna hook up again
Yeah.
and do a full episode in the kitchen and see,
Show you my chef
what
skills.
yeah, sharpen them up. Get you
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
you got till 2021. We're gonna have you in the
Yeah.
kitchen. So get them skills sharp. And even if we got to do another Zoom, I'll get your camera set up and everything, and then that way we can have it nice and set up. But then you can just take us through some cooking on there, man. I think it'll be pretty dope to do. So this is your boy Quentin, man. You know how to get at me, definitely on all the podcast platforms. Please check us out. If you could do me a favor, make sure you guys share this video with everybody, every male that you know, because we want health to be a number one thing that we look for, striving going into 2021. We've all been cooped up in the house for like 8 or 9 months. Come on, guys. We got to get
Yeah.
back on it. Uh, Trainer here, Tarif Hunt, has gave us the first tool to end the
Yeah.
year, and we're going to start the year off right. And so just enjoyed it. And you guys have a good day. And this is your boy Q, and I am out.
All right. Peace, y'all.